How's the Redondo Beach market today? How's the inventory compared to last year? Are prices declining with rates being what they were a couple years ago? Let's have a look. In the first quarter of 2026, exactly 160 residential homes sold on and off the market. Compared to last year, there were 166 homes sold, almost the same inventory during the first quarter of 2025. These are homes including houses or single-family residences, townhouses, condos, and multifamily residences under 5 units. The median price of a home in Q1 2026 is $1,675,000. This is 4.7% higher than the median price of the first quarter of 2025, which was $1.6 million. To put this in perspective, if we go back 7 years to the first quarter of 2019, when rates were between 3 and 4%, back then we had 14% more inventory. And since then, homes have risen 63%. Hi, I'm Ian Rusnell. I've helped families and friends buy and sell their home in South Bay and West Side for over 20 years. My reviews and testimonials show the trusted service and results I provide from start to closing day as well as long after. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to this channel if you want good practical content about owning and living in Redondo Beach. Best neighborhoods in Redondo Beach. If you're looking in Redondo Beach for your next home or your first, or if you haven't determined exactly where, my goal for you is to provide clarity and help you avoid making a mistake. Here's what some do not realize when they start searching in Redondo Beach. This is not one neighborhood, it is several different areas sharing the city name, and where you choose to live structures your daily life, your commute, and your lifestyle. Buyers who figure this out first can hone in on their desired pocket until they, I, or we find just the right place, either on or off the market. The ones who aren't exactly sure where to be may realize after closing with someone else the home does not quite fit the life they're looking for. So let's dig in. Now let's look at the best neighborhoods in Redondo Beach, starting with the 2 zip codes. Why 2 zip codes? Redondo Beach has 2 zip codes, 90278 North Redondo and 90277 South Redondo. Same city, different living. Is Redondo Beach a good place to live? Genuinely, yes it is. The right answer for you depends entirely on what exactly you're after. North Redondo is the more suburban and practical of the two. Further inland, closer to the freeways and better value, as in price per square foot. South Redondo is coastal, beach first, walkable, and priced to reflect that. Here's the skinny. If space, freeway access, and value drive your decision, start with North Redondo Beach. If walking to the water and a lively village atmosphere are priority, South Redondo is what you'll want. Now let's walk through the neighborhoods. South Redondo Beach Neighborhood Tour, 3 coastal options. The avenues. The avenues are the heart of South Redondo Beach, numbered, lettered streets that lead directly down to the sand. This is one of the addresses where the location communicates something to the people who know South Bay. Walkability here is exceptional. The beach is not a short drive, it's at the end of your street. The housing ranged from the original mid-century beach cottages to luxury new construction. The community has a quiet, established feel most of the year. Summer increases the beach energy, especially west of PCH when guest parking becomes a challenge. It's a manageable rhythm for full-time residents, but worth understanding before buying. The Redondo Beach real estate market for 2026 in the avenues is firmly in the premium tier. You're paying for proximity, and that proximity is genuine. Hollywood Riviera, Redondo Beach. The Hollywood Riviera is the neighborhood that makes the right people feel right at home when they see it for the first time. A hillside enclave developed in the 1920s as a retreat for Hollywood celebrities. Mediterranean architecture, lush lots, panoramic ocean views in some of the homes, and streets that feel more like a European village than an LA suburb. Some homes look across the arc of coastal lights that stretch from Palos Verdes to Malibu, appropriately called the Queen's Necklace. At night you can see why. Walking and biking distance to Riviera Village adds a lifestyle layer that most of coastal LA simply does not have. More than 300 individually owned shops and restaurants in a walkable stretch just off the bluffs. One of the trade-offs is the commute. Hollywood Riviera sits at the southern edge of the city, adding 15 to 20 minutes to any trip north towards downtown LA. Homes here also tend to be older. The charm is real, and many homes have been well updated, expanded, and some are in the process now. The Esplanade and Pier District. The Esplanade is oceanfront living, condos and buildings sitting directly above the Pacific Ocean with a bike path, walking path at your door, Veterans Park right to the north, and the pier close by. For buyers who want complete low-maintenance living, no yard, no upkeep, maximum beach access, this is the part of Redondo Beach that delivers. Lock and leave lifestyle with the ocean as your back or front yard. The trade-offs are knowing your HOA fees, weekend visitor traffic, and knowing that ground floor units may trade privacy for location. These are manageable realities, just letting you know what you need to know. North Redondo Beach homes for sale, the 3 areas to know. Golden Hills. Golden Hill is a high-demand pocket of North Redondo. Elevated terrain gives certain homes genuinely impressive views of the surrounding landscape. The homes here are distinctive. The tall and skinny builds that Golden Hills are known for are a result of narrow lots, a distinction from the many townhomes and two-unit lots in much of North Redondo Beach. What you will not see is yard space. Most lots have limited outdoor spaces and streets may feel tight. For buyers downsizing from a large family home who want beach, modern, and low maintenance, Golden Hills will look attractive. For buyers who need outdoor space for kids, pets, or entertaining, you want to consider the trade-offs. The villas. The villas are where the value equation tends to work best in North Redondo. Some traditional and modern single-family layouts, a higher concentration of townhomes, some condos, and newer construction in proximity to the Artesia Boulevard shopping corridor. When buyers come to me with a clear budget and a clear list of practical needs, the villas in North Redondo Beach are ideal. You get more usable space, easier daily logistics, and a well-located suburban feel. The trade-off is less charmed than South Redondo. However, where practicality and value is important, this is it. El Nido is the quietest corner of North Redondo, a tucked-away residential pocket in the northeast part of the city with generally low traffic and a calm, under-the-radar feel. Entry prices here tend to sit below the rest of Redondo, which makes it a good conversation for first-time buyers looking to get into the zip code. One note is the proximity to the 405 and some industrial businesses. The beach is the furthest drive from El Nido compared to other Redondo Beach neighborhoods. If beach walks, bike rides, surfing, or volleyball are daily priorities, factor that in. Allow me to just say this, if you're working through a move right now and trying to figure out which neighborhood in Redondo Beach actually makes sense for your specific situation, whether you're downsizing, looking for single-story living, or buying your first place, let's connect. My contact information is right in the description below, and you can scan the code to schedule a meeting on the phone or in the Manhattan Beach office. Now let's keep going. Redondo Beach schools, what families need to know. For families, the school conversation is not separate from the neighborhood conversation, it's the same one. Redondo Beach Unified School District is ranked #1 in the entire Los Angeles area by niche for 2026 and #5 in the state of California. That is not a small distinction. In a region with hundreds of districts competing for those rankings, Redondo Beach Unified sits at the top. The numbers behind the rankings are real. Across the district, 74% of elementary students test above or at the proficiency levels in reading at 71% in math, both well above California state averages. The AP pass rate district-wide sits at 93.5 and with a 95% attendance rate, these are schools where students are engaged in showing up. At the elementary level, 3 schools consistently stand out: Jefferson Elementary, Bernie Elementary, both rank at the top 5% of all California elementary schools for combined math and reading performance. Tulita and Alta Vista Elementary round out a strong elementary that gives families real options regardless of which neighborhood they land in. At the secondary level, Redondo Union High School serves the entire city and ranks in the top 20% of California high schools. It also carries a reputation well beyond academics. Niche ranks Redondo Beach Unified #1 in California for athletics with 32 active sports teams. For families with kids who are serious about sports alongside academics, that combination is genuinely rare. What this means is that the school district does not change significantly based on which neighborhood you choose within Redondo Beach. Whether you are in Golden Hills, the Avenues, or Hollywood Riviera, your children are going into one of the top performing districts in Southern California. The consistency is one of the quieter reasons why Redondo Beach holds its value the way it does over time. So, there you go, a clear look at the best neighborhoods in North and South Redondo Beach. If you're considering a move to your first home or your next, whether to a larger or smaller floor plan or a more ideal location, let's talk about your situation. I'm Ian Rusnell. I provide trusted service and results from the start to closing day, as well as the long after. If you're ready to explore what this really looks like for your family, reach out. My info is in the description. And if this was helpful, leave a comment. I look forward to helping you. Thanks for watching. I will see you later.